Hey guys, okay, quick one before we start. Think of the worst purchase you ever made. Got it? Now here's the weird thing. There's a good chance you defended it. To yourself, to other people. Maybe you still do. And that's what I want to talk about today. Here's the hook. The more something costs you, money, time, effort, pain, the more your brain lies to you about how good it was. Not despite the cost. Because of it. Read that again. The price you paid doesn't just hurt. It quietly bends your judgment so the thing feels more worth it than it actually was. So why does your brain do this? Why would it trick you exactly when you most need to think clearly? Let me walk you through it. Here's something strange about your own mind. The more something costs you, money, time, effort, pain, the more your brain inflates how good it was. Not despite the cost, because of it. When you suffer for something, admitting it was worthless means admitting you suffered for nothing, and your brain hates that. So instead of facing it, it quietly upgrades your opinion of the thing. The pain becomes proof it was worth it, which is exactly backwards. And it's running in your head right now, on something. There's a name for this. Psychologists call it effort justification. The idea is simple. When you put a lot of effort or sacrifice into something, you feel pressure to believe it was worth it, because the alternative is admitting you wasted all that for nothing. And nobody wants to feel like a fool. So your mind does something sneaky. Instead of accepting the loss, it upgrades how much you value the thing. The suffering becomes the evidence. It was hard, so it must have mattered. You see the trap? The cost itself becomes the reason you believe in it. Let me give you some real examples, because this is everywhere once you spot it. Take a brutal college program, the kind where people barely sleep for years. Ask graduates about it, and a lot of them will tell you it was the best thing they ever did, the hazing, the all-nighters, all of it. Now, maybe it was great. But notice the pattern. The harder and more painful the path, the more fiercely people defend it afterward, because if it was pointless, then all that pain was pointless too. So the brain refuses. Here's another. You've been in a relationship for 7 years. It's not good. You both know it, but you stay. And one of the quiet reasons you stay is those 7 years. I've already put so much in. Think about how strange that is. The time you already lost becomes a reason to lose even more. The cost is gone. You'll never get it back, but it's pulling you forward anyway. Oh, and this one's everywhere, the expensive gym membership you never use. You keep paying, not because you go, because canceling means admitting the money was wasted. So you keep it active, telling yourself you'll start next week. The membership isn't buying fitness, it's buying you a way to not feel the loss. But here's the part nobody tells you. This isn't really about money or time at all. It's about identity. When you admit something you invested in was a mistake, you're not just losing the thing. You're admitting that a past version of you was wrong, and that hurts more than the money. Your brain protects the story of you being a smart, capable person who makes good choices. So it would rather keep you in a bad situation than let you say the words, "I was wrong about this." That's the real engine underneath all of it, not greed, pride. The need to stay consistent with who you think you are. Why do people stay in relationships, jobs, and degrees that clearly aren't working? Here's the uncomfortable answer. It's the words, "I've already put so much in." Think about how broken that logic is. The years you already lost, you'll never get them back. They're gone no matter what you do next, but instead of ignoring them, your brain treats them as a reason to stay. The more you've wasted, the harder it is to leave. So the trap deepens the longer you're in it, which means the worst thing you can do is wait. Now, let me push back on my own point because there's an important nuance here. Not every long, hard investment is a trap. Sometimes effort really does create value. Learning an instrument, building a career, raising kids, these genuinely get more meaningful the more you pour in. So how do you tell the difference? How do you know when I've put so much in is wisdom, and when it's a trap? Here's the test. Ask one question. Forget everything I've already spent. Starting from right now, with what I know today, would I choose this again? That's it. If a stranger walked into your exact situation, fresh, no history, would you tell them to keep going? If yes, stay. The investment is real. If no, if the only reason to continue is the pile of stuff you already buried in it, that's not a reason. That's the trap talking. The past money is gone. The past years are gone. Economists have a cold phrase for this: sunk cost. It means a cost you've already paid and can never recover, no matter what you do next. And the hard truth is, a sunk cost should have zero influence on what you do tomorrow. Zero. The only thing that should matter is what happens from here forward. So how do you actually use this? Starting today. When you feel yourself defending something mostly by pointing at how much it cost you, pause. That's the tell. When the main argument for keeping something is how much you've already put in, not how good it is going forward, you've found a trap. Then run the test. Fresh start. Today, knowing what you know, would I pick this again? Be honest. It's uncomfortable on purpose, and here's the mindset shift that makes it possible. Walking away from a bad investment isn't admitting failure. It's refusing to pay for the same mistake twice. The first cost already happened. Staying just adds a second one on top. Your future. Leaving is the smart move, not the weak one. Here's a question that can free you from almost any bad decision. Forget everything you've already spent. The money, the years, the effort. It's gone. You can't get it back. Now ask yourself this. Starting from today, knowing what I know now, would I choose this again? If a stranger walked into your exact life fresh, would you tell them to keep going? If yes, stay. If the only reason to continue is what you already put in, that's not a reason, that's a trap, and there's a name for what's pulling you, so here's where it all lands. The things that are hardest to walk away from aren't the ones costing you the most right now. They're the ones you've already paid the most for. That's the cruel twist. The deeper the hole, the more your own mind fights to keep you in it. But the cost is already gone. It was gone the moment you paid it. The only choice you actually have is what you do next, and you get to make that one free of everything behind you. If you're into this kind of thing, me pulling apart how people actually work, hit subscribe. I dig into a new one every week.